Hey guys, as you may know, the Bazaar update dropped last week, which has completely shaken the Skyblock economy. This caused things that were super cheap before to now be very expensive, or at least moderately expensive, which really kind of hurts the farming community the most, I think, as you'll see when we go over the Bazaar prices here in a bit. I haven't tested that many things in the farming section. Mostly the stuff that's going to be really good in the farming section now are going to be farming animals, which, because of my testing methodology, getting like 22 Pig 5 minions was going to be either super expensive or take me multiple days. So I haven't done that yet, but if y'all really like this video, maybe I'll follow up with a video testing more things. The main things I tested were gold mining, quartz mining, redstone mining, cobblestone mining, fishing, and spruce wood. I actually tested spruce wood twice because, as you may know, spruce wood is very good. The problem with all these items is prices change drastically. Like, sometimes they're so much higher than they are before. For example, I had 2 spruce wood runs, one 2 days ago and one today. The one 2 days ago, I made 176,657 coins in 15 minutes. The one today, I made 145,000. The difference is I actually got more logs today but made less money. The reason is because each enchanted log was selling for less than before. Also, what foraging level you are, or what mining level you are, will also increase how much money you can get. For example, I'm foraging 20 and mining 23, so if you're higher than that, you'll make you a little bit more than me in these items. The reason I tested spruce wood over all the other woods is because it was selling for the most per log at the moment, and even though you could get a lot more dark oak logs, you're going to get a much lower sell price. The other one that's super high right now is jungle wood, so you could test that, but it's going to be pretty similar to spruce wood. Oak, birch, and acacia aren't going to be that great for money just because they sell for less than spruce and jungle, and you could get around the same amount of it, and it's mathematically you're going to get less money from doing those. I did test one farming method, and that was sugarcane, and it was actually extremely good. It was literally the best thing I tested. In just 15 minutes of farming, I made 233,000 coins. It was actually ridiculous. The reasoning behind this, because I have super high farming, and because on the Bazaar you can sell sugarcane for a lot higher than what you could sell to the NPCs, because people really want sugarcane right now. The reason sugarcane is selling for so much is because people want alchemy XP levels, and enchanted sugarcane is pretty much the best thing at getting those levels quickly, and you can literally just buy it. Basically, you could get alchemy 50 in one day if you want to, and have the money, to be clear. If you have a lower farming than me, you're not going to make quite as much, but it's still going to be pretty good. But anyways, here's the chart I wanted to show y'all. Looking at the chart here, you can see that sugarcane pretty much dominates everything, except maybe spruce wood. If you have a lower farming level, like if you're probably around farming 20, then I'd say spruce wood's probably going to be about average with your sugarcane. And if you're a little bit below 20, it's still probably going to be above fishing, but below spruce wood. But with my farming 29s, sugarcane was ridiculous. It's like your inventory fills so fast with sugarcane. If you have you do have to have a sugarcane farm for this, by the way. For information, I was farming with this young dragon armor set on and a harvesting 5 diamond hoe, along with my farming 29, of course. As for redstone mining, it got destroyed. It was pretty horrible. Nothing was nearly as bad as redstone mining. I also wouldn't suggest cobblestone mining. As you can see, that was pretty far down as well. That was with haste 3 and efficiency 5 gold pick going through a cobble generator. It just isn't that great. Mainly because some people kind of go against the rules and auto farm that, which makes it that cobblestone isn't worth as much. And also just in general, a lot of people already have super compactors, so that's why. If more people didn't have super compactors, I think that price would be up there with spruce wood probably. As for quartz, gold, and fishing, they're all extremely close, so if you just want to do them, you can, but I wouldn't really suggest them unless you're talking about AFK. AFK, you may want to consider gold and quartz mining, and also possibly gravel. Of course, if you're going to do gravel, you would want to do it with a flint shovel so that you get flint, which is more valuable. Just to add on to that for redstone, the reason it's so low and just completely horrible in every aspect is because so many people have redstone minions. And since so many people have redstone minions, people don't really need redstone that badly, because they just have their own redstone 11 minion down with their super compactor, enchanted lava on it, slap it on there, they'll get themselves a bunch of enchanted redstone, probably all they'll ever need for their potions. The only people that are buying redstone are people that need more redstone minions, or that need it for potions. And for potions, you're probably not going to have to buy it that often if you have your own redstone minion down anyways, which so many people do. All in all, don't do redstone. That's what this graph tells you. Do not do redstone. And you should probably consider farming if you have high farming. I know that's a little more tedious than some of the others, but I find if you're watching Netflix or YouTube, for example, it's not too bad. Of course, pretty much all these are manually farming, so you could pretty much do all these while watching Netflix or YouTube. Just in this sense, we're looking at the coins per minute, so you're not going to want to go with the lower end, of course. So just don't do redstone, okay? Maybe it'll go up there one day, but I don't know. Another option is to just look at the market. You can see the market and be like, okay, this wood is selling for the most right now. I'm going to farm that. The only problem with that is other people are doing the same thing, which I noticed was a problem when I was grinding. Other people were breaking all the logs on the ground, which are definitely the most efficient for getting a lot of logs. So if you are trying to get the most logs per minute, going for the most popular one may not be the option, or if you can find an almost empty lobby, that might be a good option as well. Not to mention the comparison between my forging, which is level 20, and my farming, which is level 29. That large difference in leveling could equate to somewhat of the difference between Spruce Wood and Sugarcane farming, but I think Sugarcane will still beat it. I, of course, can't exactly test a lower farming level just straight up, but if y'all notice that, for example, Sugarcane is closer to the Spruce Wood number, maybe try Spruce Wood. If we go back into the game and check the Bazaar here, I want to show you some things that are going to change what might be good in the future. If I don't end up doing that video, I want you to know what's going to be good. Leather and beef right now is quite decent at 15 coins per, but it's not insane, so I wouldn't really suggest to go into that right now unless it does rise, which is definitely possible. The one that is super hot right now is chicken. Chicken meat selling at 27 coins per piece, which is just going to net you so much money. And also, you can get enchanted eggs out of it and super enchanted eggs, which are going to give you even more money. So if you really want money right now from farming, chickens are going to be the way to go. As I said, I couldn't easily get like 20 chicken minions for this test, but if that's what you want to do, that's definitely going to be the way to go. And you can actually AFK that. All the tests I did today were manual grinding. It's like manually mining redstone or manually mining quartz, like I'll show you right here on my island. This is how I was doing it. If I teleport over here real quick, and then teleport here. Here we go. Like, so here's all my quartz minions. I did level 5 of every minion that I tested. So I had 21 of every single minion. And yeah, that was a hassle, I will say. Definitely a pretty big hassle. As you can see, I have like all these gold minions just sitting around, redstone minions sitting around. And it was definitely an adventure, you could say. Another thing that is super hot right now is Flint. As you can see, Flint right here is selling for 27 coins a piece. Also, this is something that you don't actually have to manually mine. You can put a flint shovel in a gravel minion and you'll get yourself a ton of flint. Of course, you're going to want a super compactor with it probably, or it'll fill up pretty quickly. But if you just have a bunch of gravel minions with a flint shovel and super compactors, you can make quite a lot of money from that right now. I honestly thought quartz was going to be pretty good because it sells for 25 coins per and you get multiple drops of it. And I think quartz is pretty good if you're AFKing it, but not manually mining. I feel like if you're manually doing work right now, Sugarcane or Spruce Wood is the way to go. Maybe even throw Jungle Wood in there, but I don't know. Besides those right now, I can't see anything that compete with it in terms of the manual grinding. Obviously, the AFK stuff. When I say AFK, some things you actually would have to be online for, other things you wouldn't. I can see those maybe competing in terms of you just don't have to do as much work and it's just kind of free money. But the only other manual thing I think could compete is Summoning Eyes. Now, Summoning Eyes aren't one I can really test that easily, but they're consistently selling at 670k right now. It might go down, it might go up even higher, I don't know. The demand is super high for them, which is why the price is so high. The problem with testing Summoning Eyes is simply that you aren't going to get one in 15 minutes all the time. You might every now and then, but it's just... With a time test, it's going to be super difficult to get an exact time every so often that you're going to get a Summoning Eye, which means I can't really give you a exact how much money you're going to make per 15 minutes. Also, keep in mind if you're selling instantly, you are going to make less money, which is what I was doing today, because that's just the best way to test this since everything's going to be consistent. And I do want to correct myself a little bit. You can buy instantly at 670k, which what that means is basically everyone's listing them at 670k, but you can get it a little bit less, and it's kind of weird because like if you sell instantly, it's gonna sell for 650, but if you create a sell offer, then you can actually get more towards 670, but there's tax on that, so it's a little bit complicated. All in all, to actually equal Spruce Wood, you'd have to get a 1 summoning eye every hour, which isn't too out of the picture, but it's kind of a toss-up whether you're not guaranteed to get a summoning eye every hour, but summoning eye farming is definitely going to be up there with Spruce Wood. It's just a question of is it above it or below it. It kind of depends on how often you get a summoning eye, which I can't tell you the exact science of. If someone knows the exact science of that and has some way to prove it, I would definitely like to see it, but so far, I have not seen anyone that's been able to prove that. Also, if you go into the view graphs of things like summoning eyes, which you know have super high quantities, you can check like the volume over the last 7 days and see at what times the peak of selling is going to be. So right now, the sell is really low. So you're not going to want to sell it right now, probably, because you'll not get as much money. Although if you look at 24 hours, you also see that right now is a low, and that about 6 hours ago, or maybe more like 8, was one of the peaks. It's just, you can see all the different peaks of when the most items are being sold. You can also see the amount of volume or the buy price. So if we go to the buy price for 24 hours, you can see that it goes up and down a bit. So right now it's actually a little bit down, although not that much. Although actually, I guess like 20k. I don't know. Interesting. So if you're interested in stats like I am, this is definitely something that you can look at. I know some people are going to want me to test gravel, and if y'all really want me to do another video on this, I can, and I will test it. Although, if you think about it mathematically, there's pretty much no way that gravel is going to be better than, per se, quartz or gold, because you actually have a double drop chance with those, and with gravel, you're not going to have a double drop chance, which is automatically going to make it pretty much worse if it has the same sell price. So, manually mining gravel is not going to really be viable, but possibly using minions would be, because then you have the same drop chance as, per se, quartz. So that's where you could get into that debate, which maybe I'll make a video comparing minions for Bazaar. I just don't know if that's what y'all want to see. Anyways, if y'all did enjoy today's video, I put a lot of time into it, testing all these things, making the charts and stuff. It was a lot of time, okay? If y'all did enjoy, consider liking it. Helps me out a bit, you know? It's nice. And if you're new here, maybe consider subscribing for more content. Before I go, I'd like to thank all my members. I haven't done this in a while. I know it's in the thing that I said I would do it, but honestly, I forgot, and I'm really sorry. But I would really like to thank Tiggy, S2 Cabbage, Russian Perry, and Spanish Perry. Don't forget there's 2 of them. Aura, Voltage Plays, Oxman, Akorg, Cookie No Rookie, Peter's Place, Oh My Duct, Iverson, Zeno, XD Wolfie, Axel 2004, Meso Soup 52, Wrecked, One Life Left, and Angel Def for being awesome and sticking with me through these last couple months. I really appreciate it, and I just don't know how to thank y'all besides starting to do this consistently, and please remind me if I forget. I really do feel bad about it. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video on the channel. I have some really big ideas, but I don't know how long they're going to take. Some of these are definitely multi-day or even week-long projects, so I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but... Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, guys.